And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Woo!
What up, y'alls? It's the Lost Tapes. The first Lost Tapes of the new year. It's The Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. Don't waste your time calling. We're not here.
Hell no, but we are here. I mean, we're here for you, but not actually here for you.
Well, that's Dan Soder, and I'm Big J. Oakerson, and we're here for you, for sure.
We'll always be here for you. We'll always be here for you. Just sorry, I didn't have my cans on. That's what they call headphones in the radio industry. Sometimes we use radio jargon.
In full disclosure, this is I want to jump right in the topic because it's so hard. We haven't seen each other in a while. Like, in full disclosure, we're doing this before the first live show of the new year.
Yeah, you know our Terminator timeline, and Lost Tapes go in a weird way where we actually record them before anything we do on Monday. Yeah. So even though this is the beginning of the last show of the week, this is actually the beginning of the first show of the week.
And we got so much to talk about
Sarah
on the
Connor
live show tonight.
Sleeps with Kyle Reese,
Yeah.
which makes John Connor.
And the future had to happen first. Wait a second. Yeah. Go back to that.
Was that just
Go
Captain
back to that
D
picture.
and
Go back to
Nicole?
that picture right now. Go back to that picture.
Oh, yeah, I saw this.
Captain D and Nicole, are they on vacay together?
Nicole lives closer to here than Captain D does.
Captain D lives in
lives
Houston.
in Houston, Texas.
I know, and Nicole doesn't. Nicole lives like around here.
And don't you dare say he lives in Austin or you get punched in the grill.
But where's that picture from?
That's in New York. I know they spent New Year's together at the Stand.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a Bonfire love match.
You think Captain's laying the D?
Do you think part of him trying was like, it's in the name?
It's right there, baby.
What do you think?
I mean, they did check
You know
out the
slanging?
Supermoon together.
Ooh, did they really?
I had a feeling about those two.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, they always ended up at the end of the night together. Even in Austin, they ended up at the end of the night as friends. But look at that picture.
Oh, no, they're nailing for sure. Oh, I want to. And now that I'm bummed we're not doing a live show
Well, we are.
tonight.
Yeah. So we
yeah.
can just bring this up. So back in time, if you go back in time, you remember we talked about this.
Remember,
on
we already
Tuesday.
nailed this.
Yeah, we were so funny about it.
We already nailed this. So, yeah, we have so much to talk about on the live show tonight. So I want to jump into what I got very excited to show you.
Well, I got
last
very
night.
excited to come talk about a documentary that you told me to check out, but then you're like, dude, it'll get to that. Let's talk about this first.
I think we're going to dive into this hard.
'Cause
We could do the voyeur thing next week, even possibly, because we might do a whole show on that.
Well, here's the thing about the
great.
Voyeur documentary on Netflix is it hits so many elements of my life that it is going to be an in-depth look at this documentary, because there's also a lot of comparisons I want to make to another important Netflix show.
Stop this.
What the
Stop this,
fuck
Christine. You brought it up too
is
quick.
this?
Get it off the screen.
What the fuck did you just put on? I'd rather you put a video of Trish blowing a dude than what I think I just saw.
So I was going through last night, and Christine nodded off. I started going through not new releases, but the recently added on, or maybe it was new releases even, in Netflix. And I'm going through, whenever I see a comedy show that I've never heard of the person, I have to,
Let's establish this real quick, is as a comedian, when you see a preview for a special of a comic you don't know, two things happen. Number
never
one,
even heard of.
Never even heard of is more important to say that. Of a person you've never heard of, it's important because it makes you think two things. Number one, am I out of the loop? Do I just not know about comedy as much as I think I do? And then you go, oh, no. There has to be a reason.
And the reason usually is, I think we could all say,
international.
It's foreign.
It's international.
It's subtitled. I don't understand a word that's going on. That's fine. I don't know a lot of non-English speaking comedians, for sure.
The first time it happened to me was that girl who's from Canada, but she lives in London. She has a very big following. I feel stupid for knowing her name.
I know what you're talking about. Whatever it is.
I was like, who's this white lady? And then I heard her talk, and I was like, she doesn't have a discernible accent.
Yeah.
But then I found out she's popular in the UK. But so that's just us being xenophobic
Just
dickheads.
stupid Americans.
You dumb Americans.
Now,
You don't know Nick Cannon and he's Tyrone the Tiger and what the dick do.
but French
got
comedy,
that dick,
French
though.
comedy really does. He goes, but does he have a good dick, though?
The question is, nous sommes alors... I'm sorry, I will say it in English. Does he got the dick, though?
That's why me and Mariah is cool.
Yeah, we are.
Does he got that good dick,
Nick Cannon comedy is so beyond your stupid American brain, you will never understand it.
Wasn't that always the dig on France? Like, what could they possibly know? What's the special called, Christine? I know her name is Shonda Pierce.
Yeah, it is!
And The name of the special is...
Dude, she looks like such one of my mom's drinking buddies. Like, it's... I noticed one thing about going back to Colorado for Christmas, and that's every white woman over 42 has a mom haircut. Like, standard operating procedure. Every white woman in Colorado, in the Denver metro area, you're like, I mean, does Trish and all the same haircut? I mean, the same exact haircut. It's not the Nancy Grace. It's a little more evolved than that. But my Lord, it is striking how many women over 42, white women over 42, have the same exact haircut in Colorado.
Oh, it should be
There's a lot of them.
It should be called the mom jeans.
Oh, dude, it should.
Just give me a mom jeans.
Oh, yeah. Or call it mom neck.
Yeah, it's like they almost tried to go with.
Wait,
like
what can we call that haircut?
I just typed in Colorado mom haircut.
Yeah, Colorado, the Mile High Mom. Oh, you got the Mile High Mom.
So
don't eat that. You're about to have dinner. That's what every hair.
I come across a special. Oh yeah, there you go. A John and Kate +8 haircut.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's a real.
You know what it is? It's a way to tell your husband, like, buckle up. I'm about to start getting fat.
Yeah, it's also like my body's gonna go, but my temper's gonna rage.
Yeah, because I'm gonna become far more confident and far less attractive.
Yeah. Oh, did you want a woman that's soft and yet confrontational? Cool.
Here's the good news: you're not gonna want to fuck me anymore. Or here's the bad news: you're not gonna want to fuck me anymore. The good news: I'll back you in a fist fight.
This haircut's leading down a path of two guaranteed things: we will not fuck, and you will definitely want to fight. Where were you?
Hey, great news! Me and you are going to start sharing T-shirts.
Oh God!
Basketball shorts.
Get ready for us to have our own jerk-off time in the bathroom.
Oh, a girl in basketball shorts?
Nothing
you can't
worse
make
than
it
a girl.
sexy.
You cannot do it.
You can't make it. I mean, look,
You can't.
You can make it like you can see that, like, I want to get this girl's basketball shorts and fuck the shit out of her, but you can't make the look sexy.
The only way a woman in basketball shorts is sexy is if it's post-coitus, and then it defeats the fact.
Yeah,
you've already
doesn't
fucked.
matter. I'm already done with her anyway.
Yeah, if a
put on
girl-
your stupid basketball.
But by the way,
shorts.
boxer briefs, so sexy when a girl wears. Or like, not boxer briefs, boxer shorts.
I was gonna say boxer
Not
briefs,
boxer briefs.
baggy boxer briefs.
I like a girl that looks like she can't fit into her own UFC fighting gear.
I gotta fill this thing out.
God, we gotta get you something to eat, girl. You are fucking.
Girl, they emaciated.
No,
on me.
I meant boxer shorts.
Yeah, boxers are cute because you can like roll them up
Yes!
and make them look cute. Basketball shorts. I've even put on Jay's basketball shorts like when he's out of town and been like, "This is disgusting. Don't ever do this again."
Well, yeah, I think the rule of thumb should be if Sierra Sky cannot make them look sexy, and I don't know
But
because
she
I blocked her.
can. You know what I mean? Like, she can.
No, because she would roll them all the way up. I'm
No,
talking
forget
about,
rolling them up. Just leaving them as they are.
I'm talking about Fab 5 Michigan basketball shorts down to your fucking knees.
Yes, she wears a tight tank top with that.
Yeah, you're right. It's all.
Or maybe a bodysuit.
It's
She
sleight
makes
of-
it look sexy, but like it's just you'd still rather. I'd rather see her in like
Jean pants.
sweats or something.
Yeah.
And
I'd rather watch her in a fucking work suit in a onesie.
He goes, I want to see her dressed like a big like fuzzy tiger.
Oh, are you into fuzzies too?
No, I'm into furries.
Yeah, we start getting down the furry thing. I go, I want to fuck her dressed as a giraffe.
So last night I come across Shonda Pierce.
Great name.
Enough. Now we're gonna dig.
By the way,
deep.
Great name of a J-Lo.
We're gonna dig deep into Shonda Pierce.
Emmy nominated. She's an Emmy nominated comedian.
Oh, yeah.
Spins humor and inspirational faith-filled. Oh, she's a church.
She is a Christian comic. Christian
I'm
comedian.
so excited. Why
Not
am
only
I
a
so
Christian. I've
excited?
never heard of her.
Because you got to understand, there's something oxymoronic about Christian comedy. Because that means it's like, well, then I know you're never going to joke about one thing. Anytime someone's got like a specific type of comedy, like I do Christian comedy, it's like, well, then you're never going to make fun of Christianity, which that
Mostly what this is about
yeah.
is that she is 2 years now a widow, and that's like a big thing.
Did she come out to my girl when he saw the hit smash from Kathy Gifford? When he saw his face,
That was when I
if
saw
she
his
came
face.
out to that in a leather jacket, she's like, "He's gone but not forgotten."
She will wear some leather pants, buddy. This is everything you're hoping it's going to be.
Oh, thank you.
It's a
Christmas
very
comes late on the bonfire.
It's a very mockable voice. And here's what's hilarious about Christian comedy. Think about when you thought of funny things to say to your friends when you were, and I have to believe I mean this, 9.
okay.
Because by the time you were 11 or 12
Oh,
is
yeah,
when you
yeah.
went to a friend, you were like, blah, 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 with pussies. You know, that would make you laugh.
Dude, I remember...
Like being like dirty would make you laugh then. The only way you could laugh at this is if you are a person who's made a decision in their life, which I believe is what a lot of these people do, like hyper-religious people do.
Yeah.
You've made a decision in your life to lower your bar of joy to so low that like you can find laughter in like the musings of someone who should be saying this stuff while she's over a sink of dishes.
Also,
I mean, like it's so bad.
Because I'm just taking a guess right now. We haven't watched any of it, but I'm guessing it is like bad office humor. Where it's like, this is this is so sterile.
Laughs. Did you ever see the Family Guy clip? Is it fucking... yeah, Christine, see if you can find the Family Guy clip where Stewie's trying to get... Or Stewie moves out on his own or whatever. They're having a house party, whatever it is. And it's like the girl from The Office who he hooks Brian up with. He goes, she's so funny. And she tells some really stupid, like...
I gotta see
why
this.
The chicken crossed the road story. And she just laughs at herself.
But, let's find that clip, but... As far as like
party
people,
joke,
as you said, like people that kind of bring down their standards to do that, it's because usually hyper religious people were super fun at one point, like heroin and sex parties, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna die unless I get very religious." So, right? I feel like I'm pretty right about that. There's not all, but some people that are like hyper religious. That's why that like Pray the Gay Away thing exists, because these guys were just like super queens for like 4 years and just sucking and fucking every dude they want, and then they're like, I gotta bring it back. Jesus loves me. He forgives me for because they're always, when you watch those Pray the Gay Away guys, they always go, well, Jesus forgives you for the things you've thought, and you're like, oh, you have some sick gay thoughts, don't you? I bet you've wanted 2 dicks in your butt at the same time, because you're like, oh, because that's... Instead of accepting who you are, it's like pushing it down in a fucked up way. And I think that's why this comedy offends me so much, because it's like you're just clearly doing something to get by, not really making it because you think it's funny. You're like, I haven't watched any of this.
I know, I'm gonna show you. It's like the laughter. You're like, are you people really ripped up that much about this? Try Office Christmas Party.
It's kind of like when you watch, like, you know, we've talked about it at length when we watch like Nick Cannon specials, and you see people in the audience like, do you really find this funny? Or are you just like, I know I should laugh right here, let me be polite? Because then I can judge your sense of humor and be like, you don't have a good sense of humor. That's not funny.
Yeah, well, these people would not. They would think also, they would think you are wildly offensive.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and that's what like.
And you wouldn't even know why. You wouldn't even be able to see it. It goes, did you say that you're having coitus like before? You know,
I did.
And shit?
I opened for Nate 8 or 9 years ago, and Nate was like, "Hey, dude," it was like in a banquet room at a Holiday Inn in Charleston, West Virginia. It's not even like, you know, it's like a big city in another state, but then it's like a small city in a shittier state. And it was like in this Holiday Inn, he's like, dude, you got to be, but Nate wanted to get me work. So Nate was like, you got to be super clean, and I just did live at Gotham. So I was like, oh, no, or I was about to do it. And I have this joke. I can make it clean because I made it clean for TV. And I say God damn in it. And I didn't even realize I say God damn in it. I just go, and I'm doing the joke, by the way, bombing. Because now I'm doing all my jokes trying to be clean, which takes all the funny out of it.
Oh yeah.
So it's just awful. So I'm just bombing, and then I do this Walmart bit that I joke that I had that like is usually pretty clean and it kills. So I'm like, oh, I'll close with this because no matter what, I'll know I'll get out. And I'm doing the joke and I'm setting the joke up, and I go, hey, the goddamn thing like that, and I just hear a lady in the front row just go, oh, he said, and she goes, he said GD.
Yeah.
And in my head, I go, what is GD? And then I finish the joke,
she won't say.
And I ended, and I get off, and the MC goes back up, and I see Nate, and I go, hey, I think a lady got pissed because I said GD, but I don't know what GD does. And Nate just goes, he goes, come on, man, it means goddamn. And I go, oh, really? That's how clean we got to be?
You're like, I'll walk home.
Yeah. I'll die here in West Virginia. I'm going to go to Boone County and fucking get ripped up on painkillers.
Yeah. Dude, this is people gathering. It looks almost like it's done in a church. And what I'll tell you before we watch this, and you'll see it, is that it gets... She's wildly successful.
Yeah, I mean...
When you see her and her friends and how they live, dude, I'm telling you, like, grand piano in the house type shit.
South Park did it the best when they did Faith Plus One. And they couldn't get over as a band, and then they turned Christian rock, and that's when Cartman blew up. Where he did sex songs, but it was just Jesus instead of sex.
Do you have my... Yeah. Do you have my time codes at all? I know. When we take a break, I'll try to help you find.
Well,
that
do you
out.
have that Family Guy clip real quick?
No, she can't find it at all. Just like a woman, like a mom woman, like laughs at her own stuff. It's like she's giving you like, before she tells a joke.
God, I can't wait to watch this.
So her whole big thing is she's 2 years a widow.
Yeah.
So it's just her. Like,
I'm in the house.
And her fans. I have some timestamps. I put the work on this one.
Oh, God, I love you.
Up until about 20 minutes in, I have some timestamps.
I was creating my All-Star WWE 2K roster.
Let's go with the first right away.
I just got one, man.
I did them in order. Shonda Pierce is enough.
Wait, do you want to watch the trailer or no?
Do you have the trailer?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
By all
2-minute
means.
trailer, and then we'll dip into the real thing. Shonda Pierce.
Ringing in your ear, are you enough?
Okay.
When a group of women line up to buy a ticket to come and see me and to hear what I had to say, and they're all excited just to hang out with each other, and in those few moments, for a brief moment in time, I'm enough. I'm sorry to hear you lost your husband, which sounds very irresponsible.
Oh, God.
She like does Dave Chappelle.
Oh,
she like
God.
slaps her legs like Dave Chappelle.
Dude, Dave Chappelle doing mom jokes, and he's like, and that's when I said, man, peanut butter and jelly just ain't enough no more. Now you gotta have a whole thing. Or my kid wants SpaghettiOs at noon.
Oh.
It's like, I will fuck you. Yeah, the knee slap, dude. I love she does the knee.
Oh.
Ow. I lost my husband. Ow, help! I can't find my husband.
I mean, you're literally doing the joke. Her big joke she's about to wail on you is
I lost
is that
him.
she goes, they say sorry you lost your husband. She goes, I didn't put him down at the mall. Auntie Shonda.
She goes,
telling jokes again.
last time I checked, he's not a spaniel named Clyde who I left at the party. Y'all are great. What's up with black women?
You know how crazy you look walking around the Cracker Barrel without your husband?
I can't even make eye contact with another man because he might try to fuck me.
It sort of is like that. She talk. Let's just go. Let's get into it. Go ahead.
Should we just get into the special?
Yeah.
I just want to jump right in. I like we were like kissing at your doorway and you're like, pull your dick out.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck,
we're gonna do this right here.
Jack you. Because here's the thing. We're gonna dig into this chick and find out her thing.
There's something dark. There's something super dark always behind these people. That's what you have to understand about. Like, you can hate Jay and I, but you have to understand we're pretty upfront with all of our shittiness.
Oh, this girl, you're gonna find out like she did this because she became like a meth addict or something.
She wanted to be like, I'm into pre-op transsexuals just pissing on me. And
now,
yeah.
I didn't notice this when I first watched it out of the gates.
Yeah.
I didn't take this for anything, but what I do have marked off later in this that, you know what? Let's just go. Let's just do my time codes the way they were.
I'm just so excited. Can we watch the intro?
You don't need now the intros too. I got the.
Okay.
I put the marks where it goes here.
All right, I
sure.
believe you. Yeah.
Take my word for it. There's so much. I'm only in like 20 minutes into this thing myself.
Let me tell you right now, and feel free if I ever do this to completely call me out on it. But whenever there is a special with interview interstitials interrupting the comedy, it means the comedy's weak.
Oh yeah.
So
and,
if you ever see that happen, it means, and I'm talking about Martin Lawrence, Run Tell That. I think that has interstitials, and there's some great chunks in that, but that's not his best hour.
No. You So Crazy.
Yeah, You So Crazy is his best hour, but I'm saying, like, when you see interstitials, unless it's like Kings of Comedy,
This
and it's
isn't
like
necessarily
breaking out.
interstitial. This isn't necessarily interstitial.
Okay.
This is scenes from Laughing in the Dark, which we're going to have to find out
That's her last one?
is something that goes back. That's why I said we're going to dig. There's digging to do.
Man, I'm excited to get this entire catalog. It's like if Nancy Grace got Christian and did comedy. God, you have so much Southern woman accent. I apologize in advance.
Oh, no, buckle up.
Yeah, it's going to be real.
Strap in, everybody.
You
This
hear
is about
this
to be
voice?
Southern woman impressions
It's
coming out of the ass.
I mean, we might as well buy mom haircut wigs. We might as well go full white girls on this.
Let's do it. Here's the intro.
The Lost Husband. All right.
Full screen it, Christine.
But y'all get up on your feet and get even louder for Shonda Pierce.
By the way,
she Chris Rock styles it, Dan. There's a surprise for you.
Oh, shoot the messenger style.
Cut from 3 different shows.
The queen of comedy dominated
It
in
is
7 continents.
It
she
is
is the Khaleesi of comedy.
It is
across the sea.
It is over-edited so much. Mid-sentence. Jumps from show to show.
Great.
Can I read you just like the first couple sentences from Wikipedia?
Yeah.
Okay. She's an American comedian often billed as the Queen of Clean.
Yeah.
She is the...
I would inform her I'd like to introduce a marriage between her and Nathan Bargatze to become the righteous first couple of clean.
Do you think she's made entirely of the weight that Lisa Lampanelli lost?
Yeah. She go, funny story about Shonda Pierce. She actually grew in a bag of liposuction fat.
In what some are calling a medical improbability.
There you go. I was there that night at the lab. The lightning struck the dumpster. Next thing I knew, I heard these beautiful clean jokes.
When we got to 1.21 gigawatts, Shonda rose from a bag.
I saw steam coming out of the green dumpster, but I also just heard wildly accurate observations built in a southern tone.
You ever notice that if you don't shut the dryer, you might leave the clothes off to get Ringo? I said you wanted a dog, you feed it. Every time I observe something, I get more powerful. Squeal, 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 squeal.
I like the hang on to it.
I said, you married a woman, not a refrigerator.
Oh, God. This is going to be a long road, everybody.
We have to be a half hour in. We haven't watched her say a word yet.
I mean, this is so good. This is like when you just meet someone that just sexually has all the same things you want. We're like, big boobs. And she's like, I don't like to tell you fucking. You're like, oh, this is going to be great.
Watch and listen to the sound editing. It's so great.
I am so happy you brought this up to me. Yep. And I'm not going to lie, man. And it's probably been the distance. We haven't seen each other in a while. I really did not believe you. I was like, let's talk about Voyeur. There's so much stuff to talk there. He's like, let me just tell you what I saw. And I'm like, let me guess. It's some British comedian that's not that good. And you start telling me this. I'm like, yes. It's like watching a home run. You go, yeah. Yeah.
Go.
There it goes. Keep going. Oh, fuck. Let's go. it's like a building reaction. I'm so excited.
This woman's going to become like a thing on our show.
Yeah. I mean, there are...
I'm reading it. She's wildly successful.
Yeah.
Dan, she is killing the game.
Yeah.
Good.
She's the most awarded. It's the American Recording Industry. She's their most awarded female comic ever.
Dude,
people want dulled down, like but they don't. They're open. If they open their minds, they can laugh at anything. As I can laugh. By the way, we said before, Nate Bargatze's clean comic.
One of the best comics.
Clean comic. Ryan
Hamilton.
I don't overthink anything. All I overthink it for is I'm so impressed. Seinfeld. Because I'm such a filthy comic that I'm so impressed that they can find that in being so squeaky clean.
At Clusterfest, I watched Seinfeld do an hour outside, and he's clean, and I was like, this guy's fucking murdering. By the way, hitting hard in a very hard place to fucking do well.
No, absolutely. And I'm saying, so it's like, I'm not against clean.
Clean comedy's fine. If you can do it, it's great.
This just has something.
This feels pandering.
Like, why would you watch it and laugh hard at something you're like, it's like you could definitely. Everyone in that audience could say exactly what this lady's saying. Yeah. That's the point I'm making. She's not funnier than anybody else.
Oh God, I can't wait to get. Oh, let's just jump right in.
I'm going to talk about these editing cuts. Go ahead, Christine. Lay it on us.
Her clapping.
Ooh. Clapping in 3 different ways.
Stop it, Def Jam.
Turn it up.
She does the Def Jam cut it, DJ.
There's a fucking guitar, a piano, and
by the way,
a full drum kit on stage.
There's also a cocktail table with 2 waters and 2 seats.
Oh, she's performing in church. That's what it is. She's performing in a church.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening here.
Oh, I've never seen a church with a cocktail table and 2 fucking
That's her
bar
set.
stools.
That's her set. But
I just want to make it feel like you're sitting down and talking to me and Jesus.
Dude, look at these southern white churches.
I've been to churches like that
beautiful.
in Orange County.
Yeah. Oh no, those mega churches?
Yeah.
No, you can clearly tell they're really pushing the message of Jesus.
Yep.
You know,
and that's what it is. They got tons of fucking money to pay her.
Yeah, that's that's like a sweet spot. But it really is. It goes perfectly with their book.
She passes around a collection plate during her show.
Dude.
No, I'm kidding. That'd be great. Could you imagine that?
You almost
y'all
just
can give generously. That'd be much appreciated.
I almost became a fan of hers. I was almost like, that's some Al Capone shit.
She's like, my baby grand piano's rent to own, so if y'all can, any bit helps.
I hate to bring this up, but Carl died 2 years ago. It's been pretty hard. Anyways, those are gold dishes. Do not take the dishes or I'll break every bone in your goddamn hand.
If you guys want to hop on my registry at Crate and Barrel.
Oh my God, I know. Jesus saved a lot of bad people. Also, you know what could save me? If y'all went to Target.com and got my new accessories that I'm selling.
I want to find out, it sounds like she actually grew up in the movie Footloose. No. She was a son or a daughter of a minister. It says she grew up in a strict religious home. Her father's ministry was associated with the holiness movement, where the theology revolved around long skirts, no makeup, and especially no music and dancing.
What about leather pants?
What she comes to has to be so deranged.
Well, her father also, when they moved the family when she was 15 in Nashville, the father left the family when she was 17.
Yeah.
It was very public and messy because he was a minister.
Nailed it.
Oh, she had to have gone rogue.
That's what it is. That's what turned her.
I think
my daddy was a preacher man. Then left me in a town where I couldn't dance.
18 to 25, I found myself in Nashville, and I just dove into dick. I just dove head first. My dad was gone, and I was like, how can I fill the hole? Every hole, all the time, nonstop.
They were always around my head like a dune monster's mouth.
And I was like,
oh, no, don't fall into those are trimmers. Oh, no, is that a sarlacc pit? Oh, no, that's my pussy just chomping up dicks.
Nancy Grace voice so much. This is going to be a real Nancy Grace voice. If you don't like my Nancy Grace voice, we'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. We'll see you on Monday.
Sit down, you're scaring the Baptist.
Wham!
I'm so excited to be here.
She also has
I'm saying cut. Like there's already been a cut.
She has a little person voice.
We keep losing the sound.
It's kind of small. She's kind of got like all right, if that's what y'all want to do, then do it. Do it. Oh, the Baptists are getting scared. Sit down, you're scaring the Baptists. I don't know.
Moving forward, that I'm pressing on. I don't know if anybody's heard, but I am now 2 years into being a widow.
Now pause it. I thought right here it wasn't a comedy show. Yeah. I swear to you, I was like, she opens with that. I go, oh shit. I go, this is actually her doing like a feel better about yourself speech to women. Her. Nope.
No. Well, also it's like when you see a woman that's like this crazy successful and she's like 2 years of that one, you're like, what? Oh, it was Lou playing music.
I thought it was
Are you guys so impressed with Lou Witzke's skills that you all took your headphones off like confused dogs?
Fucks yeah.
Yeah, fucking Lou's nailing it.
I wasn't playing anything, right? Did you guys hear anything? It was in cue. That was in cue. Oh, they can hear what I'm queuing up, and you guys can't. And get ready, because it's going to be good. A lot of fans over here.
A lot of fans over here. But it's like, did she kill him? How did he die?
I don't know, but also she married her high school sweetheart, so it sounds like she's a widow after a long time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It turned out he had a problem with certain food allergies that weren't apparently anaphylactic.
Was it when you get
she starts doing her joke? She goes, and it turns out this pussy was made in a plant that also works with peanuts.
I should have warned him when he unwrapped me. He breathed in some of my peanut pussy and he got all swirled up.
Shonda! No!
Shonda, what are you doing? She goes, I'm going dark. I'm going dirty.
It's my Sergeant Pepper face.
I don't care. I'm going electric. Suck my pussy. I'm a slut. I can't stop the slide. It feels too good. Oh, come on. Oh, I'll take you on like Bruce Lee in Fist of Fury.
This pussy is OFB. Open for business.
this. I'll tell you this. I take off my jeans. It's going to be like a melted bag of ice. I am wetter than sin.
That's coming through a lot of wool. You know I've been widowed for 2 years. I have.
Yeah, you know, I've just been punching the bean, working it over.
There's a little crevasse in the back of my knuckle that just gets in there.
She goes,
man, if we say a dick size don't matters, we are lying. Stretch me out like a shirt you found from 7th grade.
Turn it on.
Doesn't that just sound awful?
Yeah, your
it's what they
husband's
call
dead.
spiders in old women.
Kills.
I can't stand it. I never wanted to be in the club, but I just thought I'd get it over with right up front that that's kind of where I am. And people say weird
cut.
stuff.
Yeah,
No,
we have to have a different word.
I know, we do.
Edit. Just say edit.
Yeah,
Go
that's
like,
fine.
oh, I'm so sorry to hear you lost your husband, which I think sounds very irresponsible.
I'll tell you this. If it's a work seminar, she's murdering.
I'll tell you this, if she's doing a door deal, she's making a killing. This thing is fucking packed.
This is to the gills. This is the rafters.
I mean, no shit.
This looks like 8 Mile for white ladies.
Damn!
Everybody who's down with the JCC, throw your motherfucking hands and follow me.
Oh!
But I know something you don't know. Jesus accepts all sinners into heaven.
No!
And you ain't never sinned.
Oh!
You ain't never had a chance. I'm always gonna win.
Oh!
Shonda's on the clock. We got B-Rabbit for Shonda.
Now what the fuck y'all gonna say about me? What? I do have a dead husband. I do make money. I do have a baby grand piano. I do have a haircut that says I didn't order that. I did take 15 minutes to squeeze into these leather pants.
She really has like her fans are like Oprah ravenous.
Yeah. Man, Oprah was great.
But it's
It
like,
was that same sort of like attachment to women where they're just like,
but also, it's old. It's also old women.
yeah, it's like
a lot.
like empty nester
But,
mother.
no, but it's like a demographic I've never heard of before. It's like she has like the 45 to 90 market. Like, I've never seen anybody approach that market before.
And no one, she probably had a manager that thought she was crazy. She's like,
I got a deal.
they go, Shonda, what you're saying is career suicide. She goes,
I want every white 45 to 90-year-old woman.
Doesn't make any sense, Chandra.
Chandra, go after 18 to 35. You can get it right on the heels of Schumer. Yeah, she's killing it, but you can grab some of her blowback. She goes,
I want to go around Schumer and destroy her.
I want menopausal Trump supporters.
I want women that like men who hate women. I'm going to go for the women getting hit.
you go, what?
No, it seems to be like 100% widows come to her audience. Guys, I got into this. I promise you.
I love that
Let
you
it play.
did.
Let it play a little bit.
There's not a single guy in there.
No.
There's not a single
No,
guy in
there
there.
is. Yeah. Oh,
Really?
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait, like a straight man.
Oh yeah.
Because I look, usually like, whenever you watch a special, especially if it's like a girl-heavy comedian, you're like, as a guy, I always look in the audience to be like, which boyfriend was dragged? Very similar to the way, like, when we meet campers on the road, and they're like, this is my girlfriend. I make her listen to the show. I'm like, you poor woman. You don't want to listen to the show, but you are a good girlfriend. And
yeah.
Now, that's not saying some girlfriends get into it, and they're like,
some love it. Yeah,
they're like, I listened to it, and then I loved your guys' radio show.
And then
But
also
there
just
are-
some women just love
You
it, like on
present
their
it
own.
as I make them listen to it. It's almost like you're presenting it like she doesn't really like it,
Yes.
but I make her.
Oh no! Oftentimes, the woman will actually flat out say, "Like, oh yeah, no, I'm not a fan."
Well, I've had
they'll be
girls-
like, like, take a picture, and then somebody else will be like, "You want to both get in the picture, and I'll take it for you." And the girl will be like, "I'm all right."
Yeah.
You're like,
Which, by the way, I don't take any offense to, because I
No,
know
me either.
exactly where it comes from, where this woman's boyfriend is like, baby, I listen to this radio show, you should listen. And it's like, whenever you show anyone a comedy and you watch them watch it, and you go, that's funny. You don't think that was funny? And you go, but that was funny. That was the way they, oh, fuck.
That's why I only like to share terrible comedy with you.
Yeah. Oh, it's the best. Because you know what? It always brings us together. Mm-hmm. And, like, I'm very excited. I haven't watched the Chappelle show, the Chappelle specials yet. I'll watch them tonight, which means I watched them on Tuesday night. But I'm excited to watch them, but I don't want to watch them with another comedian. Like, I even asked Vecchione when they came out, I'm like, you want to watch Chappelle's special? And I'm like, I don't want to watch it with Vecchione because I actually kind of want to enjoy it on my own. Like, not feel weird, like if I laugh and he doesn't laugh, and I'm like, was that not funny? I found that funny, you know? I think I'm just insecure where I like watching comedy by myself.
I think I
Comedy
didn't
like.
laugh at comedy in front of Jay for like 3 years.
Yeah, because you're like, that's stupid. But this is so clearly not what we are that's what makes it great. Where it's like, you are doing something that Jay and I, number one, could never do, but also would never want to do because there's something so phony about it. Am I wrong?
We are tip of the iceberg.
Not that it's not phony, but it's like corny.
Her thing?
Yeah.
It's very corny. It's just, my point is just being like, she's not.
Because I
don't even know if I could say like, her talent is only like a lack of fear of public speaking. Like she's not. If you told my mom to go write jokes, like she would just nail this. By the way,
I'm already hearing like 3 lines that I know my mom would be like, "What the fuck." Like my mom's sense of humor. That my mom.
My mom would turn this off.
Yeah, my mom would be like, "What is this garbage?"
I think my stepmom might love it. I think she might be like, "This is just fantastic."
Can we do a dry run test on that? Can you get a hold of them and tell her it's like, do me a favor, please? This is just so fantastic. Although I don't know if you want to beg your stepmother to watch a widow documentary.
There you go, huh? And then
you say I just found this comic that I think you'll love. She's so. Just give her like that. It's like she's so funny.
Because then she kills her dad and she goes, "I picked up the hint." No, that wasn't the hint at all.
Just got it. She Dippolitos it.
Yeah, she goes, "So there is an insurance policy."
Yeah.
By the way, you know there's other Dippolito shit coming out.
Is there?
There's more stuff to the story
about her baby daddy.
She's got a baby? Yeah. I didn't know she was a mom.
All right, this is we can't. I'm sorry.
I'm crossing streams. All right, should we take a break and come back with more Shonda Pierce? Let's take a break and we'll come back on Shonda Pierce. It's so fucking fun to be back. I know we've been back for 3 days, but it's just so much fun to be back.
Let's do it.
Because we missed you guys. It's the Bonfire.
Ooh.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
I can't believe I dropped it. The key is on the floor. I feel angry.
Scott Stapp always sounds like he's frustrated while trying to leave the house.
My coat's over there.
Is anyone
my umbrella in the guest room? Where the hell is my backpack? Where's my goulashes? I left them in my room. Stacy, have you seen my keys? I know I'm asking because I need them. Where's the goddamn fucking remote?
It's the Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. I'm Dan Soder, that's Big J. Oakerson. And oh boy, did we just find out about one of our new favorite comedians off our brand new special on Netflix, Shonda Pierce, who is a clean Christian woman.
Squeaky.
God-fearing woman.
God-fearing.
Who believes in good old having fun.
White flour.
Jay was showing me some clips. I mean, do you think if Nancy Grace walks in the same room as this woman, the universe explodes? The creator's like, I meant to be duality. They couldn't be at the same time at the same place.
I mean, it's not like I laid him down at Walmart, forgot where I put him.
The lost husband joke.
You lose your keys. You lose your purse. You lose your mind, but you don't lose your husband. Good Lord.
You know what's funny? Stop. I hate to be this much of a technician.
Yeah.
But losing your mind is a bad analogy to make for this.
Yeah, because it is the same.
That's also
as
metaphoric.
It's a metaphoric lose. It's like
you lose a game. You lose your will to want to fuck your husband. You lose the idea that you can't kill your husband. You lose the value that murder is not unforgivable. You get lost in your own mind.
I mean,
can't find your way out of the K-hole.
Is this woman confessing to killing her husband? She goes,
you lose the thought that maybe murder's bad. I took that motherfucker.
I didn't lose nothing.
I didn't lose nothing. I ended him. In a biblical
I made a finale. You don't call it murder. You call it the series finale.
Wait, this is going to be my new most fun game in the world. Fugelsang is doing reads right now by himself in the room and just doing voices for him.
Well,
for preparation H, John Jacob.
do you hate being... another thing.
Are you joyless and still...
Do you find jokes to be too offensive?
Do you have hair like Conan O'Brien and dress like Adam Levine from Maroon 5?
Well...
He's wearing a blazer hoodie combo. I did not see that coming.
Yeah, whoa.
Are you tired of all that stupid chest hair? Well, with mangroomer.com, we can take care of all that.
Shave Club. That's Shave Club. Do you like to shave just your calf muscles because you feel it gives you a slicker approach to bike riding in the city?
Have you ever thought about kissing a boy? Because if I got a camp for you.
Yeah. Do you wear your helmet while you masturbate? Because you think things might get a little too crazy?
Do you think it's never not a time for khaki pants? Then have I got a deal for you?
Are you a wake up and have an iced tea kind of fellow like myself?
Do you sleep in dress socks? So do I. People like us are a little bit marginalized in society.
You sleep in dress socks. You fucking nailed him. It took us this long. It took us this long, and we went through so many different areas, but you finally nailed John Fugelsang. He sleeps in dress socks.
Oh, shit. As my new favorite, most favorite game in the world.
Watch Fugelsang
do his reads.
He goes, now, hi, I'm John. Do you like toast without butter? Of course you do. You
Derek,
like me.
Derek, are we getting all this? Am I good?
I'm just going to freestyle some of this. The pretentious panther. The pretentious panther. All right.
Okay. Are you wondering why Dippity Doo's off the shelves? So am I. I think.
Did you ever hope that sucrettes would make a white wine flavor? Well, good news.
Did you think Ricola was candy for 2 years? So did I. People like us.
Do you hate moose? Do you like moose but feel it's too misogynistic? What if I told you Lady Moose will make you have the part you want that says, I'm going to report the weather, but I'm also going to judge your political views?
Show me the signs that says aerosols bad for the environment.
Have you never grown hair on your neck? Does that bother you? All right.
Are your shins shiny because you've worn down?
Like to swim in a t-shirt? Me too. Hi, I'm John Fugelsang.
Do you think ATV riding is for crazy people? Me too.
Oh, man, this day is just, we could just do this. Let's just do a fucking extended cut. Let's do a 7-hour episode. Let's get to Chandra Pierce. She's doing her dead
when
husband
the sale
jokes.
is over at JCPenney's, I'll go pick him up. I lost him again not long ago.
Edit.
In the middle of building a house. You know, we were all excited. We had this whole little spot on our farm. We just decided, you know, we should plant him on the farm.
Go back like 30 seconds. Do you see how they're editing like in the middle of sentences?
And she's like, or it's like the way video bloggers do it.
It's like I lost him in a thing. I knew.
Yeah,
not even changing the show.
They really do edit it the way that bloggers edit.
Good, yeah.
Fast clip. She's killing.
Let it marinate.
It's not like I laid him down at Walmart, forgot where I put him.
She goes,
you know, you lose your keys, you lose your purse, you lose your mind, but you don't lose your husband. Good Lord, like I went shopping at the mall and set him down.
I mean, my husband ain't a retard. I ain't gonna marry no waterhead.
Wait.
Oh, there it is.
No, when you see this cut, like the 3 times in mid-sentence.
Lost him again not long ago. We were in the middle of building a house. You know, we were all excited. We had this whole little spot on our farm. We just decided, you know, we should plant him on bury him. See, I'm not even been widowed long enough to have the right words. We should bury him.
Well, it's been 2 years, you insensitive bitch.
Yeah.
Maybe start learning the terms. He's gone. He ain't coming back. It's 48 months. No, that's 4 years.
It's 24 months.
It's 24 months. I live in dog
plenty
years.
of months.
I live in dog years, dude. So I wish you just back up 7 years for every 1 year. Hi. Do you like?
Have you ever wondered why there's not a sock for your penis?
How come you can't?
Me too.
How come you can't have sex in a sweater? Well, the people at Sex Sweater have solved that.
The people.
We're our friends over at Sex Sweaters. So.
Have you ever wondered why Snuggies don't have feet holes?
Yeah.
Me too.
Are you afraid of every black person you meet on the street? Well, have these X-ray vision to see if they have criminal intent or not. Made from the same makers of Delivery Guy. Is that a delivery guy or just an Asian guy in my building?
Have you ever thought, can I get a bike that folds more? Me too.
Have you ever thought, when is roller skating coming back?
Have you ever thought, isn't it crazy that society laughs at a unicycle rider? Me too.
One wheel, that's less carbon footprint. Oh, God.
Shonda,
hit me with
I hate
it.
that too, because if he's resting, I'm gonna be ticked off.
if he's resting in peace.
How come he gets a nap and I don't?
He goes,
how come he gets a nap and I don't? People, I think.
But these jokes came from real life situations where a doctor's explaining to her what death is. she's in the lobby and she goes,
so is he resting?
He goes, oh, Miss Pierce, your husband has died. She goes,
he's not lost, is he?
He goes,
yeah, I know what you're saying, Doc. I'm just fucking around.
One of the symptoms of grief is actually deflection. So what you're doing is quite natural. It's your self-defense mechanism.
I'll tell you what's natural. These big old floppy boobs. The magazines always got them like they're all up, but real ladies look like these. They look like camel packs right on your chest. You want to fuck Jew doctor?
He goes, oh, Miss Pierce, I can't.
Miss Pierce, please. Do you have my other time? What's my next timestamp? And by the way, always tell me this time what I put next to the timestamp. Unless I say the N-word ever. Then don't repeat it.
10 minutes in, Duck Dynasty.
There you go. 10 minutes in. Now you're saying, are there any guys there? Yeah. Do they heckle?
Interstitials. So.
Oh, yeah.
Interstitials.
I always gave a time code.
Can we see some of the interstitials?
I always gave a time code for the things I'm saying that put us into some interstitials. But come on.
It's good to
Come on, buddy. I got you.
We just held hands.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
in the process of losing my husband to ALS.
There
She
comes
goes-
a time in your grief when
Why would you show this? And then I thought I would just come to a comedy show. He's home dying from ALS.
She goes, my husband. We're losing my husband. I just want to know if there's any way that you can speed up the process. She's just a kill your husband combo. She goes, I understand you lost him. A lot of winks, nudge, winking a nudge. How do I lose my husband?
It's a t-shirt. Her merch says that?
Yeah.
You can lose your mind, but you can't lose your husband.
She goes, send in now and I'll give you a decoder that'll teach you how to get away with murder.
Get it done.
Get
That's my phrase. Get it done.
I just made that up right now. Right on the head. No one's ever said it.
You might be a widow if...
Jeff Foxworthy goes, this pompous bitch.
If you notice your eyes haven't been black in months, you might be a widow.
If breakfast is whenever you decide, you might be a widow.
If no amount of wine is too much wine, you might be a widow.
If you put on his favorite Texan shirt and blow his brother, you might be a widow.
You might be a widow.
Widow. He goes, Shonda, I never died. She goes, you have to say dead. It's my comedic identity.
Stay in the shadows.
I will say you are a Haitian zombie.
I don't know. He came in the room, started screaming, "Don't bury me. I'm not dead."
I said, I know I can't bury you. I've lost you. Oh, it's a callback.
Sorry, I can't turn it off.
It's a gift. It's a gift and a curse. My mind burns hot.
No, I can't turn it off.
My mind burns hot, honey. I don't know what you want me to do. I'm constantly killing.
My mind burns hot. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm so glad you were here.
You look absolutely beautiful tonight.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
in the process of losing my husband to ALS.
There comes a time in your grief when you enter that stage where you feel a little relief.
One man saying, amen. Look, you're not even supposed to be here.
Now, there's a guy, pause it. There's a guy in the audience who couldn't look more out of place with what's happening here.
I mean, he really looks like he was fixing something and then he sat down for the show.
It's the boyfriend. First of all, there's not a not fat person in this audience.
Oh, there's not a chin in the group.
I mean, holy shit.
Yeah,
it looks like a bunch of stuffed animals watching. My audience is primarily Cabbage Patch people.
If you want to see a jawline, you got to go to the black part of town. This is Jowl Central.
Shit.
She goes, I can't hear too well. I know I'm doing well when I see the necks moving.
It's definitely it's definitely the boyfriend of a fat, insecure white girl whose mom makes her go to this. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? So he said he heckled him whatever way he can. He's definitely missing teeth.
You know what's just so funny about this shot right here? Christina, I don't know if you want to take a shot of this to tweet out at the Bonfire SXM, but anytime I see a woman that looks anything like any of these women in my audience, I'm like, they're going to hate me. Immediately, I'm like, they're going to hate me.
Oh, definitely. And if you go diagonal down from the girl in the red up front,
orange, right?
Post it up, and you go just diagonally back.
Yeah.
It looks like just different. It's like if you flip the page, it would be animating. It looks like the same fucking person's coming at you in 3D.
You know what's funny is it really is like one of those Mad magazines when you fold it together to see something else. Did you guys know it actually makes a fucking orange when you put the sheets together?
The whole fucking audience is like the same chin.
Dude, it looks like an audience of white women, but it's actually Heathcliff if you fold it in.
They all look like fucking like if you like. Remember when what's the guy Steve Oakerson would do like thumb wars and shit like that, where they put a face on a thumb.
Yeah,
that's what all three of those women look like.
That's great. So she's going to the audience.
She's going at the guy.
One man saying, "Amen." Look, you're not even supposed to be here. Grizzly Adams.
Oh.
Yeah, look, he looks like one of the Duck Dynasty people. Isn't that precious? Oh, my stars. You need a pair of scissors. So I love it when there's like one loudmouth man in the house.
What are you doing at a Shonda Pierce concert?
Like that?
Same thing every other man is, drugged here by his wife.
Oh, great. Oh, God, this guy is a pearl. This guy is, goddamn, what a savior.
No.
Because first off, didn't Eliza Schlesinger just get sued for not letting some guy in her show?
Absolutely.
And then, like, good on Chandra that she's like, you're not supposed to be here. Cut his dick off. Rip it off. Bring it to me as tribute.
She doesn't even waste so much time on it, but it's like, that's her, like, oh, she got into him good. He goes, you're not supposed to be here. And she goes, Grizzly Adams.
I got him.
Like the wheels churn. That's what she had. Was the most obvious beard thing to say. That's the point I'm making. Like my mom would say that. Like, oh, he had a big crazy beard. He looked like Grizzly Adams. It's just like the thing you would say. Like she's not doing better than anyone in the world ever. Like
it is such open mic comedy.
She is the 5.9-inch dick of comedy. She is just average.
She's like,
she is textbook Av.
She goes,
oh, Grizzly Adams, you look like.
And by the way, she's
not in comedy. She's average. Funny of the world,
across
including
the board.
People who are manic depressives,
and people who lack the ability to hear, speak.
Deaf mutes.
Deaf mutes
are not usually very funny.
I mean, they could be. You don't know. They
Historically, I'll say they're not funny. I'll take that. I'll take
but even her Duck Dynasty slam is like not done in a funny way. Where she goes,
"You look like one of them." Duck Dynasty. Get you some scissors.
That's what happens when a man comes in. It's a good point.
I always love it when it's a loudmouth, cock-swinging fuckhole. That old Chandra's got to come in and just beat the piss out of till I'm gonna fuck you up so bad you're gonna pee sitting down. Am I right, sisters?
Play the thing, Lou.
I love it. She speaks her mind, just like I do. Don't ask unless you want to know.
I think I've always been appreciative of having an audience. I have focused on the wrong things sometimes for that audience. You know, there have been times in my life it was about the numbers and it was about the climb and it was about the success of it, and that can naturally just make you lose focus on the message of it all. I feel so honored when a group of women buy tickets and I open my mouth and stuff just comes out. You know?
I mean, it literally looks like a Weight Watchers convention.
Jenny Craig ain't got shit on Chandra Pierce.
I mean, these girls.
that's her training day thing.
I want to see the speech.
She goes, what are you going to do? You going to take away my audience? You can't take away my audience. I got cases on all of y'all. Jenny Craig ain't got shit on me. Oh, I didn't know you like to get wet.
It's like her smoking weed. She's saying, please someone do a Chandra Pierce with fucking Training Day.
Dude, as they're rumbling in.
As they're rumbling in.
To this fucking
It really does look like the beginning of the Rose Bowl when the fucking players are coming in.
I was going to say, could you imagine, like, the guy, the security guys, like, working outside, or standing by the door when they go, all right, we're ready, let them in. Just this herd of fucking cattle that are waiting to come in and goes,
I want to laugh, and I want not feel bad about nothing. I want to hate my husband. Why can't mine be dead like hers?
Look at the size of the shirts in this audience, man. Look at these wide backs.
Oh, this is some real fucking... I'm surprised we haven't seen a Looney Tunes sweatshirt.
Oh, buddy. They're there.
Believe, and they'll be there.
They're all dressed up.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of...
look at that. That looks like fucking Kukli all the way on the left top in the blue with the fucking no sleeves on it. I mean, she's standing there like what a hulking woman.
Yeah, hey, Magnus for Magnuson. Take your seat.
Hey, sit down. There's no kegs need throwing here.
Hey, I'll let you know when the stone throw is.
All right, my opening act is about to pull an engine this 18-wheeler across this motherfucker. Are y'all ready?
Shonda comes out in Gravedigger.
Gravedigger! Who's ready to watch a long toss? Outside of Scandinavia, I have the strongest people alive.
Oh, shit. I had a genuine fear that with only 3 timestamps I gave that we wouldn't have enough to go the entire day-to-day of the Lost Tapes, and we're not even to my 3rd
Oh, we're not even done with this clip.
There's an hour and 5 minutes left of this document or this special.
You know how it goes with this show. You give us 1 minute, we'll take it fucking 20.
Dude, Jesus Christ. Go ahead, hit play.
And it's so great, and I get back on the bus. And it's great. And I wish that was enough to be life. But that's not life.
Shonda, me and my baby
Here we
say
go.
thank you.
It's a great job, but it's not who I am.
Who are you?
It's what I do. When I walk in the front door of my house and I shut the door, that's who I am.
And I am a sick bitch. I mean, I'm into some pretty twisted shit. You probably walk in, you see the samurai sword hanging over, and you go, what cool ass dude lives here? And I go, it's not a dude, it's me. I'm a cool dude. You want to see my panther coffee table?
She takes the sword out and starts doing like David Lee Roth routines with it. Just fucking spinning it around.
She goes, oh, you want to see me do the fucking Panama choreography? Hey, hey. Stand right there. Are you ready to have your dick kicked in? I got a marble pool table that I paid with my dead husband's miles. You know what he died of? Emphysema. Put this cigarette in your mouth. Yeah!
You go,
see that?
Chandra, I don't know. It's like you and your friend. You go, I don't really feel safe. You go, dude, we gotta hang out.
He goes, hey man, is she gonna fucking swing a sword? Make put a cigarette? She goes, dude, she's never missed. Just put it in her mouth. You
Dude, just don't embarrass me, dude.
She goes way slower than she thinks she's going.
Dude, please, she's got a temper. Just fucking don't do it. She goes,
what? Hey, Dan, I noticed your friend wasn't putting the cigarette in his fucking mouth. Is there a problem here? Oh, Dan, I didn't know you were best friends with such a queef. I'm sorry, little lady. Do you want me to go downstairs and get some of my daughter's old dolls for you? She goes, you want the magic powder? You put the goddamn cigarette in your mouth. She goes, you want to do the GD cigarette in your mouth? Do you want to do a fat-ass rail of Colombian gold that Jesus paid for? They do me the solid. Then put the Winston in your damn mouth and watch me slice and dice like I'm a goddamn American Ninja Warrior.
Oh, shit. Keep playing it.
Remember that.
Thank you, Shonda from Two Sisters. Thank you.
No one but another widow knows really what it's like to go home every night, to crawl in the bed alone every night.
I believe this is my 3rd timestamp.
I don't know if any other widows are here. How many widows in the room tonight? There are just so many different ages and groups. I'm so grateful to meet you. I'm so glad that you're here.
Oh yeah, who in the Dead Husband Club?
This is my timestamp.
That Shonda lost her husband almost the same time my husband passed away. And Karen was 2 years prior to that. So I thought we needed to come and see what she had to say.
So we're having a widow date.
It's funny. Pause it. You hear the cameraman like they do on on Real Sex, where they go, and what did you guys think? That was bullshit. That woman's bullshit. She's a charlatan. But I think she killed her husband.
When they had she goes, and I lost my husband. She lost her husband, and I'm like, well, we got to go and see what she has to say. He goes, what are you talking? Because you're just to say, I thought the idea is to come laugh or what. I don't know I don't know what's happening here. I don't understand. Goes, hey. This is the most depressing comedy. The room's full of women who never go out because they're fucking sad widows.
It looks like women who just tossed a blanket off them.
It looks like women whose husbands died and then they just aged 20 years in 2 years. They all look like they're young women with old everything else.
She goes,
all these women found cursed monkey paws too.
I mean, the one on the left looks like fucking Ali Wong's doing an old woman character.
Yeah, it really does look like an SNL version of an old woman.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a real old woman. She goes, we're having a widow's day. He goes, Tina, you're doing great. She goes, am I nailing it? She goes, I'm a real widow.
She goes, I'm so nervous. Usually groundlings, we don't use this much makeup.
Are they buying it?
There really is something sexier about a widower than a widow.
A widower's like, she's gone and now I'm free.
Yeah, a widower's like how to get pussy by telling people you're a widower.
He goes, I lost Ashley last year and she was the love of my life. Would you like to...
I don't know if I could ever love again.
Would you like... But what I can do is fuck on a boat. When I lost my wife, I gained my sea legs.
So I take my mind off it for an hour.
I didn't want to use the insurance money for anything, in the house. I didn't want to change anything. She loved everything, so I had to do something new and big. I bought this yacht. It's just very lonely on there.
The sea can be quite comforting. Unless you're alone.
Sometimes I like to go out at night and just listen to the air.
Sometimes I wonder if she's there. She used to like to watch. Oh, what? Nope, that's too much information? Okay.
You enjoy Hall & Oates, I trust.
Oh, here. You look like you're running low on Merlot. Anyways, we met in college. Just two crazy kids in love. I thought that was it.
Would you like to be topped off? I can have you topped off. Bernice, come on. No? You're good?
No? Okay.
Bernice, never mind.
Actually, Bernice, now that I have you out here, could you bring the tantra mats? Thank you. It's something my wife and I got into a couple of years ago. This is her being gone. I can't give someone explosive, repetitive, powerful orgasms.
Anyways. This was, I remember when we went to Nepal and learned tantric sex.
Oh, God, I watched her take on a Buddhist monk, and I thought, that's my woman.
It's about two people harnessing the powers one.
Anyways, you work in marketing.
So you were saying you work in marketing. That's good.
That's a tough job.
That's good. It's good.
Because I'm here with my sister. She lost her husband 6 months ago to cancer.
Jesus.
My son was killed in a car wreck with his fiance 7 days later. I don't know how people go through life without faith.
Oh, my God.
It.
Could you imagine exposing her to real comedy? You're like, oh, my God, I got such a good world for you. Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle,
Here's the conversation.
George Carlin.
Here's the conversation I think is going to blow this whole thing up for me, is she just says 8 terrible things that have happened to her. She goes, I just don't understand how people can go through the world without faith. It's like, it looks like God hates you. I mean, he's fired nothing but bad things. She goes, but he did but God is good because somehow he was able to get me to be the 8th caller to win free tickets to see this show.
Yeah, but I locked up. I don't know how people get through faith. I mean, after I hung up, my other son died of what they're calling carbon monoxide poisoning, but we were all in the house. I don't understand how that's possible. Anyways, God's great. I'm going to see Chandra Pierce, and I got to pay $50 to meet her.
Which is probably true. And here's what's crazy. Did you read this in Wikipedia? Is that Chandra Pierce, for being a Christian comic and so both of her sisters died. Like crazy young too. Like her life is just this bonkers. Like every one of these, they're so religious, and it's just like the nonstop terrible things.
But it's crazy because it's like you have so many terrible things. You know how funny that could make you.
But she's trying, and you see what her funny about her dead husband is.
You're like, yosh.
It's not like I lost him in a Target.
I mean, this poor lady's like, then my son died when I told him that his aunt died.
Yeah. She goes, and as he died, in his pocket we found 2 tickets for Chandra Pierce.
I went, and I was like, this is what my baby wanted to tell me.
Do you pause at any point of this woman's conversation? She looks like a sad dog.
Yeah. You're like
every picture of her is like...
I have days just like everybody else. I know Shonda has those days too. You know, you feel like, Lord, where are you? You know, I'm having one of my lowest days. Where are you? And, you know, you just go to Scripture. And I feel like coming here.
Do you want people crying outside of your fucking comedy show?
Dude, if anyone's ever
it's just
crying...
like the way Jay came in and he talked about...
Yeah.
He called out my parents for butt fucking. It was just... I never connected with my parents.
I saw Dan and he did a voice, but then it was his voice, but then it wasn't his voice. And it just... Sometimes I need that. I'm so alone. Sometimes I need multiple voices.
I'm sorry, I'm purging a lot of things right now, but it's just like he did a whole joke about trying to suck his own dick, and it's just like, take me back to a different time when I was there.
I mean, like, I lost my mom last year in a really hard way, and then she died, and then Dan talks about doing drugs, and I get it. I want to escape now.
You'd be like, oh my God, are you okay? Don't come to the comedy show. Do you want to go get a cup of coffee?
And I'll hear something out of her with her loss to be able to minister to my sister.
Jesus.
When I read, have you taken care of the widows and the orphans?
Keep going.
When he made that charge to the church, I never dreamed I would be in that club, but he knew it would be such a devastating thing that it would take the entire body of Christ to help a woman heal that broken heart.
Every inch of it.
That sexy ass jacked body of Christ. Jesus didn't have no dad bod.
Give me your whole body, especially those little V dance that go under your Jesus packer. I bet just the twerk you get on those hips. Oh, you're probably like when we went to Reno and saw Thunder Down Under. It's like those ass cheeks came with handles. Oh my God. And I mean, God, thank you for your son. God gave us his son who apparently is also a sexy ass pool boy. God, give us the room. Hey, Jesus, what's up? Jesus, I can finish off quick before your dad gets back. Give me a hug, Jesus.
I'll make you feel like a woman, a real woman.
I'm already wet.
You're so beautiful.
Oh, dude, there's another video of him.
I know. I had to hold off on it.
God.
Maybe a week or two will go by and we'll remember she lost her husband. Maybe her first birthday shows up and somebody in Sunday school might go, oh, that's right. I'm so sorry your husband's not here to celebrate with you.
Right here.
By the way, it's only fucking...
Wait for it.
Now all of a sudden, the bus has to go home.
She's on a fucking tour bus, Dan.
Yeah.
A tour bus.
I mean, she goes right to the tour bus. That's some Dane Cook. That's some Dane Cook tour gas and shit.
She's on a fucking dope tour bus.
Yeah, that ain't a fucking... That sleeps 10 comfortably.
12.
Oh, Jesus.
Whatever sort of following this woman has is crazy, but it's just very one-woman showy. And I was telling Jay I haven't watched it yet, but apparently Patton Oswalt's new special is all about losing his wife. So it'd be interesting. It's like... to have this comedy that people just relate to on such an intimate, sensitive level, it's weird to see at a comedy show people cry.
Can I be pretty honest with you? I have a really new joke about my dad dying where I completely mock it, and it's making me upset that there are all these people that are like,
sorry for losing your dad, and it's like, I didn't take him to the mall and lose him.
I didn't leave him at JCPenney. You know why? You watch me watch this Mortifier, I go, oh my God, she's doing my bit.
She's doing my fucking bit. She's doing my bit. Before we go to break, let me just say...
they say I lost my dad. I didn't leave him at Caledonia's.
It's like I left him at Caledonia's.
That's the bar we used to drink at in Denver.
I want to say...
it's such a garbage beach dump.
Caledonia's is a great name for a bar your dad used to get tossed at. Christine last night, she fell asleep and I put this on. So she came out of nowhere when I started digging in and going like, oh man, this is fucking great for the show, and I'm starting to do timestamps. I go, Christine, are you awake? And she was like, no. I was like, I'm watching this thing. It's gonna be so good for the show. And she looks at me and goes, fucking sucks. Just goes back to bed. She doesn't even remember doing it.
That's so
she just woke up to say this fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. Just goes back to bed.
That's so good.
Maybe she meant being awake fucking sucks. I go, are you watching this? And I go, you asleep? She goes, yeah. I go, I'm watching this crazy thing. And she goes, fucking sucks. Those are instincts.
I love it. Oh, fuck.
Jesus H.
So should we check out her tour bus?
Oh, yeah. I mean, she just walks to it.
Oh, it's just it's like her and three people.
Yeah, no, but it's
Look
a
at that bus.
mega bus.
So she just tours churches doing comedy, and the churches pay her.
There was a time.
And she just found out you don't have to be mega talented at it.
Yeah, can you go back a little bit so we can watch this whole, like, I want to watch this whole cutscene because it's like...
You're feeding the stupid, is what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what'd be funny? I'll just go bring I'll bring Campbell's chicken noodle soup to people
and say
who are dumb
cool.
and tell them they have to give me $50 for Campbell's chicken noodle soup.
She has a staff of male sex slaves.
Oh, that'd be great. Just a bunch of big old dicks.
Oh, we're going to expose her. We're going to open this one up.
And that quiet time.
Just show Nate this video and he has a seizure because she used to molest him when he first started comedy.
You want to open for me, motherfucker? You got to pay the toll. Oh, you want to dance with the devil? The price is steep.
She kind of reminds me of like a clean version of like the Cash Me Outside mom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Cash Me
for
Outside
sure.
mom was a church lady.
Who, by the way, I don't know if we've talked about it on the show at all, paid her mom's fucking mortgage off in full for Christmas.
Who did?
Cash Me Outside.
Good for her.
And handed her a fucking envelope and go, here, bitch.
Yeah, she's like, here, bitch.
And her mom opens it and starts bawling. And her mom doesn't really say thank you. And she doesn't say, like, here. She literally, like, chucks the fucking envelope out. She goes, here, bitch.
Well, I think
and
she
then
got
films herself,
yeah.
like.
She had like a multi-million-dollar deal, and the mortgage was $65,000. Still very nice.
What a
gesture.
dump.
Yeah, I mean, it was, yeah, for sure. In fact, now that I think about that, you're right. The mom has access to all the daughter's fucking money. So.
Isn't it protected nowadays with child actors?
Listen,
like they only have
my
access to like 10% of it, I think.
Listen, point being, she's not hurting to pay the mortgage either, the mom. No. So they have multi-million dollars now, and my point being, like, that may have been more of a publicity thing then.
Yeah,
her mom probably knew that was done. It probably wasn't necessarily done with her paying her mom's thing off.
I mean, a $65,000 mortgage, they pay what, like $350 a month?
Yeah, it's probably not a lot. For
it's
that
like in
fucking
Florida.
shithole.
It's just a dump in Florida.
It's just going to be interesting. It's like, who's watching your money? Like, who's watching?
Shonda Pierce. By the way, she's doing makeup on people.
Why?
She's doing
God,
makeup
I want to watch all of this. Go back to the tour bus.
Dan,
then.
this is the round table with all of her friends she's been friends with forever. It's great.
Dude,
but we have to go.
No, we do.
We do. We have to go. So we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break. We come back to this tomorrow, buddy. Don't you worry.
No, we don't come back to
Soder,
it
you could watch the whole thing.
We don't?
We come back in 5 minutes.
We come back in
Space
5
and
minutes.
time.
Oh, yeah, space
Well,
and
you
time.
can watch the whole thing tonight.
But I'm going to have more timestamps, Bubba. Don't you worry.
I don't want to watch it tonight because I'm going to be screaming at the TV, and then Vecchione's going to come out all buff.
Do not watch it. He's like, oh, that's a good excuse to get him out. He's like, hey, man, I was just wetting my room for nothing.
He goes, I was just doing some fucking tone-up push-ups.
What's up? I'm just sweating for no reason down my awesome fucking pecs.
Let's go full throttle.
Still full throttle, Vecchiones.
Bro.
We may have already talked about that this week, his second video. So we'll take our next break, and we'll be right back. It's The Bonfire.
Mwah. Ciao, baby.
I love it.
And now, back to The Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
And you're goddamn right we let it play. And you're goddamn right I just said goddamn.
Goddamn.
It's Creed Day on The Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. The reason we're listening to Creed? Well, because I have a almost guaranteed guess that they're the subject of the Lost Tapes episode's favorite, one of their favorite bands. They have to be.
Oh, Creed?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big deal. Big deal in the Christian community.
Yeah, and Shonda Pierce. Shonda, who we've been talking about.
Chons.
It is
Auntie
a Lost.
Shawnee?
Yeah, it's a Lost Tapes. And Jay, obviously you've been listening, discovered Shonda Pierce on Netflix. And then after we did the last segment when we went to commercial, Jacob's like, we've had her album in the office of what? You have a bucket of like...
Bullshit?
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Why? Who are you? Yeah, you're not going to hurt any damage. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, we have a collection of submissions for years.
Yeah,
I love
that.
keep the ones that we find the funniest.
I love that. Do you have her album? Do you have the album?
I might still have her album
can
cover,
you look
which
it up
looks
for it?
as goofy as the...
Dude, I'll tell you what, this is the most aptly titled, appropriately titled special ever. Shonda Pierce enough, because I promise you, by the 15th cutback to her comedy last night. Me and Christine we watched the whole thing.
You guys went all the way in.
We went all the way in.
By the way, Christine just put her tongue between her teeth and her lip, like when they're like, yep.
Oh, no, she loved it. We had some genuine giggles last night.
But you know how earlier...
We watched till 4 in the morning.
You know how earlier we were talking... I know, because I got your text. I got up at like 4:30, and I was like, oh, Jay texted me a half hour ago.
I'll
And
tell you
like,
what, the real story was we went out for Korean hot pot last night.
Yeah.
Don't ever do it. It was hard. The food was disgusting.
Okay.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, like in the bathroom 4 times through the night last night.
Yeah.
And my asshole felt... You know, they say your asshole's on fire?
Yeah.
And it's just because you're shitting a lot and you're wiping and all that kind of... It wasn't that. It was the same heat that gets on your lips when you eat, like, jalapenos.
Yeah, I told you.
On my asshole.
Did you touch your asshole with, like, the sauce on your finger?
No,
it just came out.
That's brutal.
It was really, really bad.
Oh,
Producer Jacob doesn't know how to act.
Come on, it's a radio show.
It's a new phone.
You're
Thought
a new
I turned
phone.
it down.
Oh, he's just trying to drop that he has a new phone.
We might not get to the end of this today, and we have to stretch that over another episode. And I'm telling you, this goes... I almost want to read the tweet. Read the text I sent you.
Do you want to read the time codes?
What we say next to them? We can. It goes crazy.
Here it is. Here is the text. I loved getting this text because I was like, oh man, I'm going to want to watch this all fucking night. It was, text came in at 4:10 a.m. We just finished our Shonda Pierce homework, and holy balls, it gets deep ridiculous. Perhaps the most insane, and I mean insane, comedy special I have ever seen in my entire life. Goddamn life. It gets so bonkers we need 3 more episodes to cover it.
Dude,
that was the Bonfire group text that we got at 4 in the morning.
Now, what we know so far is Shonda Pierce is a widow. She's making jokes about it. She's hanging out with her girlfriends, talking shit.
Yeah.
Christine, by all means, let's preview. We're not going to get to all this today. There's no way. So I want her to just give the time codes of things to come.
But you spoke about the name of the title enough, and how about because
At one point I was like, I get it. It's fucking enough.
But I thought
I want to bang her head off a steering wheel.
It makes me think of the J-Lo movie, and then we were joking around that it's about her husband being dead. What if that's the end? That was going to be my guess, that she had enough and cut her hair short and killed her husband in self-defense.
No, I wish.
All right.
No, but the husband does find out. That's pretty dark story, too. Pretty crazy shit going on there.
Really? Let's jump back in.
Family, everything. Wait, Christine, I just want you to play one clip for me. Just play one, and we're going to jump way ahead here. Play the car, the gun.
Okay.
Just play. I'm going to stare at you. I'm going to stare at all of you while I rewound this 15 times.
It's like watching someone play a song. They go, "Hey, let's do the one about the thing. Ready to go over the bridge? Here we go."
This is a person trying to publicly not unravel.
I weighed about 80 pounds.
Jesus.
Right here.
80
listen.
pounds in this picture.
The cutaway in the car.
What's different now from 2.5 years ago?
I have a gun.
Cut it off. Dan, that's the woman you're dealing with.
What the fuck?
Oh, you didn't hear it? Let's do it again, because Lou will have this for the rest of his life forever. So let's give it a little. Let's give the woman a little taste.
What's different now from 2.5 years ago?
I have a gun.
Dude, that's so fucking fantastic.
The second laugh sounds like when you trigger one of those Halloween things when you walk by and the witch laughs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, and you're like, God damn it, turn that thing off. Turn that thing off during the night. Yeah, that's terrifying.
It gets...
I'll tell you what's different. I got a
There's gold in them Nargils.
Yeah.
Just prospector laugh.
It gets so crazy. So let's go back to
Only
where...
difference is I got myself a pickaxe and a good mind. Yowzers. Yowzers.
You know when
Christine.
Yosemite Sam drinks like something hot.
Yowzers.
Is she related to Yosemite Sam? Is that like
very possible?
My great granddaddy, Yosemite Sam.
Here, Christine, read the time codes I put. I time coded the whole thing so we could get through it.
27 minutes, not PRETTY. 35:30, in quotes, downward dog poops in my yard. 40, Trump inauguration invite. 43:40, social media hate for inauguration. 49:11.
Oh, this is going to go so deep. I mean, each of these subjects, I'm like, that's 7 minutes. That's 10
Big
minutes.
Trump's person.
49.
Really? Oh, I thought she was with Hillary. They had the same haircut.
49:11, adopted black grandkid, lesbian.
What? Black Lou just got pumped. Black Lou started applauding.
Adopted black kid, lesbian.
101, old fat girls can't give a bitch a standing ovation.
Good.
103, estrangement from daughter.
So,
dude, I mean, let's just get back to where we were and just keep moving forward. Now that you've Sherpa'd us and kind of gone forward and cut the leaves.
I mean, you can do severe investigative journalism beyond watching this to see what's going on. I'm curious. She glazes over, gives you a taste, and glazes over some of the most bonkers, ridiculous things in her life.
And when you try to research them, which I did, it's like very little information about these things.
You did 4 a.m. phone research.
It's also like,
relax.
It's really funny to think Christine's like research, like she has got microfiche, but really she's just mouth open with a blue hue on her face.
It's literally what it was when I came out of the bathroom for the third time.
She goes, yeah, her sister's dead.
Two of her sisters are dead.
Wow.
The whole thing that this is so
that means she's twice the comedian I am. I only have one dead sister.
The idea this is so based in religion, nothing has gone well for this chick.
Yeah, it's almost like God's punishing them for trying to put words in his mouth or her mouth. We don't know. We're just monkeys.
What if God was one of us?
If God had a Netflix special,
what would you call it?
Would he pander to widows?
I just want to get back into it because
let's go.
There's so much here.
You're going to want to get to know these friends.
Yeah.
You know what? What's the first time code I have in there, Christine?
Hey,
27, but
what
this is friends. The 27 is the not PRETTY.
All right, everybody. Well, my husband's dead, and I got a gun. You're all gonna die. You're all gonna die.
She's like,
lock the exits. Burn these bitches alive. You ready to see your husband? Bah!
She strikes a match.
Oh man, if we could time it, I want to have her laugh. Do is I have a gun. Boo-noon, 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 boo-noon. That's great. We're fucking Crazy Train.
Yeah.
Only difference is I got a gun.
There's a surprise at the end we didn't code.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Guess what? We went online and found out there was an after credit scene.
There's an Easter egg?
Yeah!
Fucking, I think by the end of this, we're all going to be Chandra Pierce fans, and I think she's going to be...
I think I might be. I might be a Chandra Pierce fan.
The way that she affects people, she's doing something right.
Okay.
And she's not
comedy.
doing stand-up comedy. It's like not stand-up comedy. She didn't come up. She calls her shows concerts.
Yikes.
The thing she's doing right is not stand-up comedy.
Yeah. Well, is she just using stand-up comedy to gather people together and make it, like, palpable?
She's just like a religious performer.
Dude, I even forgot until Christine just said it what the big fucking finale is, and I wish we were just there already. We can't.
We
cannot.
No, we can't.
But man, the ending is like I stood up. Because I stood up. I was like,
so
I was like, listen. There was one thing at the end of it that makes me go like, holy shit! I'm like, this is crazy. Is this fucking happening? And then there's a thing that adds on top of that, and I just stood up. I was like, this is the craziest fucking comedy special I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
Let's
Please,
get back.
by all means.
She does have a lot of friends.
Yeah, she's wealthy.
Yeah.
Wealthy people have friends.
She's wealthy and she's like hangs out with her high school friends.
Yeah.
I think the happy face
They all look alike.
wore her out. She didn't want us to know she was
Yeah, I said about
depressed.
3:30 in the morning. I just looked at this girl enough and went, man, she's fucking ugly as shit. That's a really unfortunate-looking woman.
Oh, the friend right there?
Oh, yeah. It's rough.
At the Bonfire SXM, we'll tweet the link to the Netflix so you can see it, and we'll, of course, give you the time codes as we talked about it, 27 minutes in.
Just blotchy, pasty, like Southern white women.
Yeah. I bet it's a real salty sweat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, you can put it right on your biscuits.
Yeah. Yeah, you can mop up your sex sheets with fucking some English muffins. Killing!
And it's probably a good thing that we didn't, because the culottes would have killed us anyway.
Here's where it gets serious, yo.
Anybody else have to wear the culottes? We had more clothes on at the beach than we did on Sunday morning.
Just leave it, Christine.
That
I always
much
give a little
material
buffer
would have
space.
sucked you down to the bottom of the ocean. When I was a little kid, I used to tell this story all the time. I was standing in front of the water fountain getting a drink of water, and two sweet saints of the church slipped up behind me and started patting me on the back of the head. Water started going up my nose. And they whispered to each other, said, "This here's one of our little preacher's daughters. She's not very P-R-E-T-T-Y." I turned around and said, "No, but I'm real S-M-A-R-T."
Boom! Boom! You suck a dick, father fuck nuts! Oh, she's just dropping Knowledge. Oh!
But this is where it gets crazy.
Halfway through, were you questioning?
Yeah. Oh, not even halfway. Right at the beginning. I got a wobbly start.
This is where it gets crazy.
I still think I said inauguration wrong.
No, that's all right.
This is where she fucking... Now, she did the joke. You got your joke, everybody. You happy? You got your taste? He goes, now let's talk about the realness behind that joke.
Oh, that's what I do with my act now.
On stage.
Yeah. No, that's my new thing. Get ready, punchline. It's a whole lot more serious.
You have one-man show asides?
Yeah, I go, guys, what's really funny about that joke is I did go through a lot.
Yeah.
Parking was tough to find.
Yeah, it's like benign jokes. He goes, I did argue with that deli guy, and he didn't make my sandwich. But the reality is, what I did instead was wrote a letter, took it to the top brass.
Took it to the top. So I'm not saying get in the streets. Don't take blood into your hands. Guys, God bless. Good night. Drop mic.
Now, here's the truth behind the comedy.
Ugh.
The truth is, that really did happen. Two little old ladies did whisper behind me, but when I said, "No, but I'm really S-M-A-R-T," I wrote that part. That's called the punchline. That really didn't happen. The truth of the matter is,
here's really happened.
as a little skinny, knobby-headed kid with white hair, I skipped over to my mother real quick and said, "Those two ladies said I'm not very pretty. Do you think I'm pretty, Mama? That stuff hangs with you."
Wait, what?
She grabbed me by the head and farted in my mouth.
She goes, "You ain't nothing but a little toad. Get out of here. Don't get."
It's just like so fucking... It's like, why take sad... Like, you're not supposed to tell the sad part of what draws you to comedy afterwards.
That defeats the entire purpose of comedy. Comedy's supposed to be like, this kind of shitty thing happened, but you know what? While it was happening, I thought it was funny because of this. And not like, now.
I mean...
I understand. No, it's crazy. She's really doing the opposite of what comedy's supposed to be.
I know, but it really is almost going like, he goes, "Why don't you date black guys? Like, your father's still alive?" And you go, and then he goes, "Ha!" He goes, "You know, people, actually, though, racism's a real problem in this country. And we keep perpetuating it by jokes, as I just said. As you know, that's a punchline, but I think it's just a terrible way to walk around, always thinking that someone's out to get you or something.
Yeah,
and it's just
that's great. It's funny just like with jokes that are such clearly jokes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like peanut butter and jelly, more like peanut butter and shit. People, I had to eat a peanut butter and shit sandwich once, and it wasn't very good.
I said, if it ain't in you, check your eyelids. Hey! My girlfriend and I were making love, and I wasn't sure where I ejaculated. I did ask her to check her eyelids, merely because I didn't want her to get it in her eye and become hurt.
I care about her.
Anyways.
Insurance is expensive.
The segue out of that, Anyways, weather's crazy.
So many birthdays here?
Yeah. Who's got kids? Oh, right? Am I wrong? I mean, let's keep going. This thing really is. Thank you, Shonda. Thank you for giving us a whole episode and also making us feel like we actually do stand-up comedy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. She lets me know for sure that not everybody can do this. Although I almost made a 3 a.m. phone call to my mother to let her know that she can, in fact, do comedy if she wants.
Jay said you guys were going to call your mothers on the show.
I said we should call our moms. We should call our moms on the air and tell them that's great news. They can do comedy now.
My mom would be like, what? She'd be like, I'm busy.
And if you just go, Mom, you're so funny, you're busy. Yeah. I'm saying that's that easy.
That's the bit. What about a whole hour about you being busy?
What are you talking? Yeah, and my mom will go, "What are you talking about?" And I go, "There she goes." Yeah. What are you talking about? Is that your T-shirt? Is that going to be your catchphrase?
What are you talking? She goes, Dan, I'm at work right now. What do you want from me? I go, what do you want from me?
Jesus.
So this is the title track?
Yeah. Get to it.
Oh yeah.
This how long can you take it before you've had enough?
Oh man, constant
I'll tell you what.
ringing.
An hour and 7 minutes. I found out.
Yeah.
There's this constant ringing in your ear. Are you enough? Was I enough of a parent? You know, I wasn't enough parent. So I
pause it. Just things that now it's coming back to me. This is where it takes a oh shit sort of turn. Because she's a widow, and you assume what? You assume he died like heart attack.
Yeah, died in his sleep.
Blah, blah, blah.
I thought it was a very Kathy Gifford thing where she was putting on her makeup on a Sunday.
It may be more of a Kathy Gifford thing than you think.
And then I walked down the stairs, and I saw his face.
He was blue and bloated.
Oh, he had let shit all over the floor.
The gases had distended his belly.
I yelled at Frank, you old dead piece of shit. You shit all over our rug.
His face was so freaky, it looked like he saw the Ring video.
I immediately called Raul, who I have sex with on the side, and said he's dead, you're mine.
We fucked on his corpse like a trophy bear.
He saw Jesus. He saw Jesus.
Enough of a parent. My daughter would want me in her life, you know, and so there's this constant worry.
That's later. That's coming later. Don't worry with that story. You want to know what that story? Because you're like, why wouldn't your daughter want you in your life?
Even like first date listening, you're like, I'm sorry, what was that?
Exactly what happened. Yeah. So many times we always go, wait. Like go back and we got a time code that. Like wait.
Yeah, these women are just like, I think these women are just shoved shit in their face. They're just like, oh yeah, no, your daughter sometimes doesn't want to talk to you. And you're like,
yeah. Shh. Oh, no. You have to explain that a little further.
What's up with your daughter thinking that you should be dead?
Yeah.
Are you enough? I didn't feel like I was enough even for my own father. You know, I didn't feel like I could measure up. You know, even sometimes to my sweet mom and her very legalistic ways.
She's walking through the forest. And it's very... All right, sorry.
That's okay, because the hammer's coming here.
Okay.
You're just never good enough. I wanted to be enough that my husband would want to be sober for me. Do I not exude the type of person that you would want to do that for? Is there something wrong with me?
Right now is great.
When we were struggling and he was struggling with alcohol.
Drank himself to death.
Yeah! He cirrhosis his way out.
I mean,
dude, let me tell you right now. She's not a. What is? How old is she?
85.
No,
I don't know. It depends on the shot.
Yeah, you're right. Sometimes she does look like Droopy the dog.
Yeah.
Sometimes she
57.
Looks 57. So I'll tell you this right now. Her husband died at maybe 55. 55.
Yeah, they were high school sweethearts. So yeah.
Let me tell you this right now. Gary clocked out at 48, but he had the help of Hep C. That's dying with cirrhosis. That's That's PEDs of dying with cirrhosis.
That guy partied, but your dad partied harder.
Yeah.
You get a little Hep C in there. You're like, well, that was a fun cirrhosis.
It absolutely was, dude. My dad took a fun way out.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, he was fucking plowing until the end.
He's going hats off in a single wide.
And you could find the hottest Hep C chicks.
Dude, they're out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's not forget Pamela Lee technically is a Hep C.
Survivor now.
Well, now they fix it. But her saying that,
Oh, dude. You start seeing... Now the unravel starts. Now the unravel.
What for me? Am I enough? And that's when you realize, wait a minute, you got to take yourself out of that. That was his thing, his journey, his struggle. And I could not fix it. You know, I couldn't be good enough for him to want to stay sober. In other words, it was nothing to do with me.
I go, Christine almost shit her pants last night. I just took a sip of some. I was like, it had a little something to it.
I mean, it's so funny you say that.
I've been listening to you for 24 minutes, and I'm telling you.
It's so funny.
It had a little something to do with you.
Why do you drink all the time? I don't understand.
Immediately when you said that, immediately when you started saying that, the thing I was picturing was her being interviewed in that living room and the ghost of him with a tall boy going, say to me, this bitch would not shut up.
Then find out I got to haunt my own house.
He goes,
I still got to listen to her.
Do you know that the golden goose can talk you to death? How you doing? I'm Pierce, and I like to drink something mighty heavy. And, of course, that is fueled by her bird-screeching-like voice. He goes, hell, man, I tried to wear earplugs, but bitch yelled at me till I took them out. So I crawled into the bottom of a bottle. At least her words are muffled down there. I mean, that's really, it's weird because in my head I thought he was dying of like a heart attack, like in a field surrounded by loved ones, but they're like,
oh no, Grandpappy's having a heart hiccup.
Oh, me too. Went down in the garden or something like that.
Yeah, something cute. Maybe a Bible camp, teaching kids how to fucking...
He had those late nights, he goes, you think you're so fucking funny, huh?
He goes, hey, comedian, hey, Andrew Dice Clay. Hey, Andrew Dice Clay, will you blow me? I know a fat, squatty woman I went to high school with that won't.
Wait, practicing the microphone? Yeah.
Talking to the microphone. He's just drunk, talking to the microphone.
She goes, I'm going to kill you. I swear to God, you're going to go to bed and I'm just going to end it, Pierce.
He's like, well, that's not very funny.
He just has those villainous lines.
Yeah, he goes, I don't know, that just makes me laugh.
He goes, do you tell
Still got my ticket out, I ain't laughing.
She goes, I swear to God, I'm going to cut you up.
He goes, is that what you tell your audiences? Is that how you get your laughs? You can't even work real clubs.
Where's the punchline? You're all premise, baby.
He just starts taking her down like as an actual comic would. He goes, let's face facts. You pack the door. You do a door deal with your horse shit observation. He goes, you know I've always been the funny one in the relationship, and it burned you up.
Still kills you. I get bigger laughs in a room.
He goes, you know, I walk in and I just own it. I got that gravity. He just shitting on her.
Why don't you just die already? I hate you.
He goes, you hate me or my perfect joke structure every time I come up with observations.
I don't know if we time coded it at all, but when you have somebody describe religion as ridiculous,
yeah,
and then tell you, like, you know, so if you're on board with all that, then you'll like me. It sounds like she was getting ready to go the other way. I don't know if we time coded that.
I don't think we did either. But yeah,
but you know what I'm talking about? She goes, if you watch me, he goes, and you gonna believe that a man got killed for our sins and then rose from the dead to come back to take us all to heaven and do whatever, you know, give us the whole speech, this crazy thing. And that his blood is the reason we live and do whatever. And blah, blah. He goes, then you can enjoy a Chandra Pierce show. You're like, wow. Oh, shit. I thought you were going to be like,
what a prerequisite.
If you want to buy into that bullshit, whatever. Just that Jesus is the Son of the Lord. And, you know, like maybe give her like weird, like more reasonable explanation. She almost explains it cartoonishly ridiculous.
That's great.
The story of the Bible, and then goes, so if you're cool with that, then we're good.
It like made me mad I have friends that are Christians.
Yeah.
The way she described Christianity.
I mean, yeah.
This is just a quick little joke.
Oh, yeah.
Said, we love you, and a password and a username. And my credit card laying out. They stole my money to do this. And then they created me a profile.
Her friend set her up a dating app.
Yes, an online dating profile. Now, let me just say this in case you ever do read it. I ain't never played racquetball a day in my life. Huh? My exercise is getting up from the couch, going to the refrigerator, and going back to the couch. That's one. I do know yoga. The only yoga I know is the downward dog that poops in my front yard.
Yeah! She did it! I didn't think she was going to play Downward Dog. I didn't think she was going to play Downward Dog. In Sacramento, she didn't play Downward Dog. I looked at the set list, and it wasn't down there, and then she just came out, and there's like a new tag on it. There's like a solid new tag where it like really hits. Dude, the best part...
This is a conversation had better over basting a turkey in a kitchen. I mean, like, it's so...
Do you think if her and Bill Engvall fuck and have a baby, the world ends? Like, is that comedy Satan?
They're trying to make the Antichrist.
He's like, here's your sign. And it's like, yeah.
Open up, Chandra, accept me in ye.
Let me give you my comedy seed. I mean, this is bananas. I don't know what this is. It's, honestly, there's always the hope in the back of my mind.
How could you?
But there's always the hope in the back of my mind that it's somewhat like an Andy Kaufman bit.
No, dead serious. And she is killing the game, my friend.
Yeah.
She's murdering it. Go, keep going.
Work, queen, work.
What's our next clip?
Trump.
You know, I watched a shampoo commercial the other day that embarrassed me to death. I bought a whole case of that stuff. Desperate times, girls. I'd like to have my money back, though, I will say. None of that happened to me.
What happened?
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
Comedian Chandra Pierce headed to Trump inauguration. That's what the title of the paper said.
Yep. She got invited to a Trump inauguration.
Yeah.
To entertain at one of the inaugural balls. So that's very, very exciting. I have to wear a ball gown, which I've never had a ball gown in my life, so I have to go find the fancy
also, here's the thing about this. Here's where I'm starting to get with Chandra. That's bullshit. She's like very wealthy. Maybe not a ball gown, but she's trying to make it sound like
I never get dressed up. I just go to church and tell my jokes.
But I sort of believe, I think she's wealthy and like her house is like unreal to you, but it would be like in the I bet she cooks always herself. Do you know what I mean? Like, or whatever. No, I guess
her clothes are probably like
Talbots.
No, but she's doing well for herself. But she probably isn't. I think she's probably more of like a go with my friends to like a country, Cracker Barrel.
I mean, you know a lot more about her, so I'm just learning. And now
the vibe I'm getting.
I was guessing if that's bullshit.
When you see her place where she goes for dinner most nights, her friend owns
Golden Corral.
No, but it's like exactly. It's strip mall Italian food.
Yeah, buddy. Fake rock finishing. I love it.
The most depressing thing that a woman ever has to do is go try on a bathing suit or a formal gown.
That's true.
And just think.
She started eating shit on like social media. So she posted a response and they show the response and I'll read. This is where I start to get on board with her. I go, that's a great fucking answer. I think it's a fucking great answer.
That's your crazy laugh.
Mean-spirited or whatever toward Hillary Clinton or toward Bernie Sanders or toward anybody else. But they said I could pick on Donald Trump, which was so funny, which I forgot to do.
Which is a lie.
I had one good joke about his comb over, and I totally forgot about it.
If the Donald does make it to heaven, Moses will stand there with a comb and part his hair. We're supposed
Knee slap.
Look at Jacob's face looking at it. It's like, why? Why is this called comedy?
I go, Jacob, does that offend you as a comedian? He goes, no, as a Jew. It's the reverse of the Seinfeld line.
I guess loving Jesus has nothing to do with how much you bash somebody on the internet. Because my Lord, did I get the backlash. My manager told me I had lost 1,000 followers.
What?
That decided to not follow me on my Facebook.
It's funny
anymore.
because it's like, hold on, like the amount of money she's making and the reach that she has, it just shows you that she's still kind of an old person who's also old manager, doesn't understand the internet. Where they're like, you lost 1,000 Facebook friends. And you're like, that's nothing. Like, that's nothing. You're a millionaire. That is absolutely. This Netflix special.
She has 600,000 Facebook friends.
And by the way, this Netflix special that we're watching, that we're making fun of as two comedians that are not Christian comedians, she will gain millions more of like. There's going to be a lot of people that watch this and are like, this is unbelievable.
Oh yeah, this wasn't produced for. This was like something she put out and then Netflix acquired it because her videos, like her YouTube videos, have like 1.5 million hits on them. Like she's just cornered the market on like female Christian
So it's like,
comedy.
it's just funny when her old manager's like, "Oh no, Chandra, you lost 1,000 Facebook."
Well,
You're like,
then-
"Shut up, Mom."
The next line will counter that a little bit.
All right.
More, but I gained over 20-something thousand. And in this country, we have gotten to a place where we can't discuss anymore.
Here's her response. To all the angry haters, yep, I'm going to the inaugural. I would have gone if Obama asked me. I would have gone if Hillary asked me, but they didn't. And this is a great line, in parentheses, and I rarely agree with them on anything.
Oh, okay.
And by the way, their checkered past plays no part in my discussion or decision. Neither does yours or mine, so yes, I am going. I go because I love America. I'm a patriot. I respect the process in the office. I may never ever see the president. I may never even get close enough to anyone to snap a picture, but I'm going. My performance may never make the news, the tabloids, or the history books, but I'm going. I don't need your agreement, your filthy language, or even your blessing. I'm going because at some point in your life you must put aside your opinion, your politics, and your anger, and remember we are all Americans, and thousands have died so that I might have the freedom to disagree, vote, protest, and even dance at a fancy party.
Fuck yeah!
Great response.
Fucking great response. Good job, Chandra.
I thought that was pretty badass.
Yes.
And then you're like, wow, I'm really on this girl's team. Now shit starts getting weirdly dicey in her life.
Yeah, was this like the crescendo moment where they're like, "Hey, isn't she the best?"
Maybe.
So the next is black grandchild, lesbian.
Do we have enough time?
Nope, but let's just keep going.
It's very quick. Like it's a lot of questions.
A lot of the clip we're going to watch here was 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's what's coming up. It's the questions that because it doesn't stay on board this topic for even 1 minute.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Right. Yep.
Little half black kid.
Yep.
Oh, my little Nessa. She's growing up so fast. She is Nanny's girl. Before she was born, I met her mother, and we walked that little road together and got to know each other, and she needed somebody around in her life at the time. And I certainly dreamed of having a little one around in my life at the time. I try to ask first. When your whole life's about you and just doing whatever you want to do, you got to stop and go, oh, well, wait a minute. I'm not mom and I'm not really grandmother. You know, I have to know that this is
Wait, what is she?
What is she?
What is she?
Great question, Dan.
Great question.
That's a great question. I had no fucking idea. They go past this in 20 more seconds.
Explain nothing.
And it's over.
I mean, we rewind it because we got to break this down. Black Lou is just got his hands clenched. Like he's at fucking church really feeling the sermon.
Dude, this is crazy. Now, what they won't tell you, they haven't done good enough foreshadowing because I think they realize if you do this in a certain order, it's going to incriminate her more for like, what's your deal with this? Because whatever's going here, she goes, I dreamt of having a little one around. Blah, blah, blah. Husband died of alcoholism. Daughter, which we're going to find out soon here, completely estranged. She puts out on this special things like, hey, if you're out there listening, anytime you want to come home.
Who's her mom?
It's a Facebook post she put out in 2012. It's like, wherever you are, whatever you may do, and we still love you. And
who's this little girl and who's this little girl's mom?
The little girl's mom, they don't tell you. There's pictures. I'm just here. They needed someone in their life. And
she's like, we walked that road together.
We walked that road together.
Box munching road?
She's got a half black kid, and there's no father around, it seems. And she just takes care of a girl with, like, fucking nose piercings and tattoos.
Dude, she really looks like she's on Ink Masters.
Dude, the girl, honestly, looks like she pulled. I thought she pulled her daughter out of like a heroin den or something.
Yeah. She goes,
and I know a lot of people don't know this, but taken is based off me. My little girl was taken, and I murdered a lot of Armenians to get back. And anyway, she had a half black daughter, so we're here.
So here we are.
A lot more rhythm in the house.
They go over so fast. I'm telling you, man. She says something about being estranged, and I know we got to stop so soon. But
you know what? Oh man, I'm just gonna put this out there.
I'm
just gonna put this out there. Can we put a Twitter poll up to see if we should continue down the Chandra Pierce road, or just put it on the back burner and come back to it?
Continue it when?
Next week,
Monday,
on the Lost Tapes.
I'd say Monday, not Lost Tapes.
Just Monday.
Monday.
Live. Monday live show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you, dude. This
Jacob, what do you think?
I can't get enough of this. So.
Oh, so you're in. Okay, so
okay. I mean, I'm all in. I just want to make sure it's cool. It's like one of those things where I just want to get consent.
I would love to have the weekend to try to figure out what's going on because everything has been so vague.
Yeah.
The strange.
I might have a weekend because I hope I make it to San Francisco. There's a chance with this blizzard hitting New York. I mean, we record this on Wednesday.
Not a blizzard. It'd be tough getting out or delayed, but you should be fine.
I'll be in San Francisco tonight.
I got to drive to Connecticut.
Hartford Funny Bone tonight, Friday, and Saturday. Go to bigjcomedy.com for tickets.
Negative 11 degrees on Saturday night.
Oh, boy.
Negative 4 on Sunday. It's crazy. But come, check it out. Hey, put on your long johns and come see a show, Dick Holes. That's this weekend. And this weekend, Dan, of course, is going to be the San Francisco Punchline, weather permitting. That's tonight through Saturday. And he's going to be at Bananas in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, January 19th and 20th. Get tickets for that and all Dan shows at dansoder.com. As always, follow us at The Bonfire SXM on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
All the differences I got a gun.
We'll catch you guys with more Shonda Pierce on Monday.
Fucking A-rat, buddy.